Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Finally, ESPN and ESPN First Take has finally managed to carve out some TV time to talk about the WNBA. I know what some of you guys might be thinking, but of course they're going to talk about the WNBA. Did you just see what the Indiana Fever did? No Caitlin Clark, no Kelsey Mitchell, no Sophie Cunningham, no Chloe Bibby, no Damaris Dantas, no Sydney Colson, no Ari McDonald. Did you see what the bedridden Indiana Fever did with the Las Vegas Aces, pushing them to the brink, pushing them to 5 games? Of course they're going to be talking about that. Well, not exactly. Ben, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, the chance to win a championship as a couple. They just beat the preseason favorites, the Minnesota Lynx, to advance to the finals. They completely retooled their whole entire roster. Once Diana Taurasi left, once Brittany Griner left, they kept Kyle Copper, they brought in AT, they brought in Satu Sabali. Of course they're going to be talking about that story. Of course they're going to be talking about, well, not exactly. ESPN's not talking about the games. Come on. They're not talking about basketball. Stop it. The ratings? No. The record-breaking attendance? Cut it out. Shout out to Joey. They're talking about WNBA drama. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. It just never ceases to amaze me when the WNBA gets brought up on sports shows, sans Caitlin Clark. It's always about the drama. It was the Green Glizzies early in the season, and now it's Napheesa Collier's mic drop heard around the world. And Stephen A. Smith, being the generous man that he is, invited Monica McNutt to make an appearance. Hey, Monica McNutt, come on. Come get these 5 minutes of fame, Monica. I'm about to talk about the WNBA. And Stephen A. Smith went in on CATHY ENGELBERT following Napheesa Collier's statement.
I want to see her. CATHY ENGELBERT, the commissioner of the league. Doggy, Peter, Monica, let me say for the record, you should resign. You need to resign, period. The reason I say that, Doggy, is because when a player, any player, but especially one of that magnitude, attacks you publicly like that, that weak-ass statement Commissioner Engelbert gave is not good enough. And I'm going to say it. It was a weak-ass statement. Could you imagine somebody directing comments and criticisms at you, taking conversations they've had with you directly and telling the world what you said?
Damn, Napheesa Collier over here, pillow talking. Oh, goodness.
You taking conversations they've had with you directly and telling the world what you said.
Snitching.
And did you see that statement Commissioner Engelbert gave? She basically provided no defense of herself. I mean, I don't have the statement directly in front of me, y'all.
Mischaracterization.
A mischaracterization.
She was disheartened.
I'm disheartened at the mischaracterization. What? That was I'm not saying Napheesa Collier personally attacked her, like personally. I'm not trying to personalize it like that, but I'm just saying her words were piercing. That was an attack against your leadership. It was an attack against your integrity. It was an attack against your character. Against your character. And that's the statement you came out with. Listen, I've reached out to CATHY Engelbert's office. I said, you are welcome to come on my show today.
CATHY, no, come here. Come to the BDP. Come to the Ben Daniel Podcast, and I will get to the bottom of this. And if you throw me a couple extra dollars, shoot, I might make it sound good.
Explain, because I want to know how the hell somebody said something like that about you as the commissioner. Doggy, come on, man. I mean, whether it was David Stern or Adam Silver or Roger Goodell or Paul Tagliabue or Pete Rose, could you imagine Imagine a commissioner being called out like that directly, and that timid, tepid statement. Oh, she looks guilty as hell. And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying, did you really say that? Did you really say that Caitlin Clark should thank her heavenly stars that she wouldn't be worth anything if she wasn't playing in the WNBA? Did you really say?
You see how Monica McNutt's face changed when he said that?
Really say that Caitlin Clark should thank her heavenly stars that she wouldn't be worth anything if she wasn't playing in the WNBA?
Monica McNutt's thinking one of two things. Dude, you're really going to bring up the Caitlin Clark part? Or two, damn, I actually agreed with everything Cathy Engelbert said. Now let me seem disappointed. Come on, guys. You know Monica McNutt agrees with Cathy Engelbert. You know a lot of this old guard media, whether it's the paper media, the digital media, the people that have been following this league, you know they all love Cathy Engelbert. Now it's cool to switch the sides. Now it's the cool thing to do. We were doing it all last year, all this year. Now it's the cool thing to do. We were the minority in the last year. Now we're somehow the majority. No. And I don't want to say stay on that side like I'm from an almighty place. No, I want to say stay on that side because I know you're just pump faking. I know you're just a bunch of phonies. You guys couldn't see the writings on the wall all last season. You couldn't read the room all last season to get an understanding of how Cathy sees the players in this league. You couldn't see that last season, but now that Nafisa Collier authored a statement, now we're going to get everybody jumping. No. Now you just don't want to be in the minority, so you're going to come to the majority.
Did you really see all of these things that Nafisa Collier brought up? I'm sitting back going like this. Girl, you got my ears perked. I'm listening because she got very, very specific. And for her to come, the commissioner to come back with that, you can't have her at the negotiating table talking to players. Basically, Nafisa Collier says she's in the way of our growth and our development as a league, not just on the player side, but on the league side. She's not good for basketball. That's what Nafisa Collier, nobody questioned Cathy Engelbert's business acumen now because we know she knows business. And you see the average player salaries, it was $28,000 when they first started. It's about, over $130 now. You got salaries over $200,000 now, some of them, but that's not enough. At the end of the day, you have a star player in the league saying the commissioner, this individual, is in the way of all of us. And that was her statement. I believe she should hand in her resignation.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Sports Business Journal came out with an article late last night speaking about rumors having that Cathy was going to step down anyway after the CBA. She needs to step down before, if there wants to be a next season. Well before Nafisa Collier said the WNBA had, quote, the worst leadership in the world, multiple sources had told Sports Business Journal that Cathy Engelbert would likely exit as commissioner sometime after the current CBA negotiations due to pressure inside NBA and WNBA circles. The sources said Engelbert's presumed departure 6 years after arriving from Deloitte is relationship-driven, tied to the way she has dealt with colleagues and players amid unprecedented growth within the league. Unprecedented growth, so within the last year once Caitlin Clark arrived. Okay, so this is just Tuesday's comments from an influential player such as Collier presumably won't help Engelbert's already unstable public standing and most likely exacerbated it. She hasn't connected it. She's not a relationship builder, which you have to be in that job with the teams, with the players, a source familiar with the league office dynamics said last month. I think she's a wicked smart business person, and the success she gets a lot of credit for. But a commissioner has to have a personality element that can touch every constituent that they have. I think she's just lacking in it. Quote, she's not a people person, said another source familiar with Engelbert. Quote, that's not who she is. It has been an issue before CBA negotiations. Now, before I play this, because this is funny, this is all AI. This is AI. This isn't real. This is fake, but it's funny. And we like funny over here. One more time. This isn't real. This is fake. This is AI, but it's funny. And we like funny over here. You see the background? WNBA Raw. This is right up our alley because the WNBA is professional. If you guys were around, you were around. Let's listen.
Good afternoon. Let me tell you, you never quite get used to the thrill of seeing your name trending all day. Let me start by setting the record straight. The rise of the WNBA, its growth, its visibility, this was never about a single player or two or three. They are merely the beneficiaries of our league's visionary, carefully curated 29-year marketing strategy. We didn't get here because of a social media darling or flash in the pan. We got here because the league's leadership foresaw this moment and crafted a brilliant strategic path to success long before any of these players even put on a jersey. And concerning some of the comments by Fee, well, bless her heart, it's almost endearing to hear discussions about pay. We're in 2025, folks. The reality is that players today have more opportunities than ever. Endorsements, merchandise, podcasts, all thanks to the league and its steadfast leadership. They should be thanking us, not trying to shake us down. In the end, the success of the WNBA is no accident, and it certainly isn't due to any passing trend or singular player. We will continue to forge ahead with our proven, well-executed long-term strategy that continues to shape the future of women's sports, and hopefully will turn a profit at some point. This is just the beginning, and the real work, the work of league administrators, speaks for itself. Thank you.
Good job, Kathy. Oh, that was great. That was great. Now, the funny thing about AI is that they need to get it from somewhere. They need to get their information from somewhere to be able to spit something out, right? What Cathy Engelbert said, she didn't exactly say it all in this press conference. What she said, she mentioned in a CNBC interview. She mentioned in a Good Morning America interview. She mentioned in a paper that she published herself. Everything that she said right there, she said in different elements through different channels, whether it's a CNBC interview, whether it's an ESPN interview, whether it's a paper that she published herself. And guess what? When she said that, the old guard, the old media, they were eating it up. It's not just because of one person. It's not just because of a trend. It's not just because, but what we said, no, it's because of one person. It's because of a trend. But what did the old guard say? No, Kathy's right. Kathy's absolutely right. Oh, it's because of a plan. It's because of a plan. No, it's not because of a plan. It's because of one person. No, it is a plan. You see how they've been doing ever since COVID? They've been growing and growing. No. So again, before we start giving people rounds of applause for hopping in the majority, hopping, sitting at the cool kids table, finally, welcome to the cool kids table. You got to sit at the end of the table. We don't want to have any conversation with you. You don't get any. You don't get any benefit of the doubt from me because it's all phony and disingenuous. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. That'd mean a lot to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.